Well, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with the workmanship on that. Oh, right.
Alright.
Better head in. Sorry, was just a little distracted.
Oh, we're messing with the dog hands. Don't see tracker. But this is a majority.
Right. I have a lot to talk about, but this is mainly just to keep everyone on the same page of what's going on, because a lot has happened and I think we need a regroup. First off, Revenant. Going to update you all on him. He died.
So I've heard.
What?
Yes, he died,
why he
and
looks different.
somehow he came back. It is not the mask's doing. It is something else.
Not the
He's
mask.
currently seeming...
What's confirming that?
Confirmed on that is the mask is still trying to fight something.
So he's got
he is
two
an undead
entities
now.
fighting over him now.
Yes.
Okay then.
Man, a lot of entities would be interesting in this Revenant fellow, that's for sure.
Has he shown any immediate threat?
No. A bit.
Explain.
When he first came back after he died, he was a mess talking about how he wanted to go to the crypt to take part. Obviously, we did not let
No.
him. He collected himself enough to become back to normal, but I'm setting a protocol on him of should he start losing control, or even in the moments of going that direction, you are allowed to incapacitate him by any means necessary.
Understood.
Anyway. Anyway. I'm also going to talk about his friend. Mirasaki, is that her name? Correct.
Yeah, that's
Believe
her.
so.
Oh, you're talking
She
about
has
that.
proven on multiple different occasions to lose control.
We're talking about
Especially
the
when it
fighty
comes
one.
to Rev. Yes.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. We can't
I'm
figure out though
debating
with the
on
cursed
extending
item,
the
though.
order to them.
Oh, there's going to be an extension. They're both are going to be watched now. Any more craziness like that, and they're
but the
being banished.
incapacitate under any means necessary. Do we want to adopt that?
Incapacitate? No, if they're going to put people in danger, then we do what we have to do.
That is your call.
If I
That's
may
for the
Understood.
safety of the kingdom. If we can incapacitate them, it's banishment, because there'd be no reason for them to be acting out like this, especially towards Rev when he has a world-ending problem on his belt that we're trying to help him with. Like I've told them, don't go against us so we can help you.
They seem very cooperative when they have their mind together, but I understand.
That's what I hope for, cooperativeness not just for them, but also with us. I've been very lenient and very frontal about this. So they really shouldn't fuck up, because it'd be bad for their health.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, I was busy doing some work, so yeah. So I wasn't paying attention to these past events for the past few days. Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to say that I've actually made a contract with the Silver Dagger Emporium, I believe they're called. In their contract, I made sure to read the fine print. Nothing was said about security and keeping things quiet. It's a very good contract. No lock-ins, no nasties, no treat us before the guard sort of nonsense. So I'll be able to keep an eye on these folk should we need it.
Silver Dagger, what are we talking about here?
That's Revenant's
Group.
trading company that he's starting up, or his business guild, what have you.
He's starting a business, so he's going from blacksmith to trading company business.
He's, as far as I'm
I
aware,
believe-
he's had that quite a bit. It's how to explain. It's less a business by itself, a more kind of a collective of people working under the same name. He calls it a trading company,
Yeah.
despite it not quite being.
So he's starting up a empire of trading or whatever. All
Something
right,
like
then.
that.
So he's not trying to rope people in for their souls or anything. You've read over those papers then.
I did. I'd make sure to look through, and the most that they ask for is a 15% kickback of any proceeds earned to go back into the pool so they can continue expansion.
Well,
That's
that's
it.
for them. As long as nobody has to
Exactly.
give up their rights.
Would it,
it's not a fey deal. It's fine.
Would it not be prudent to get a copy of those papers? See if there's any foul
Do
play
we not have
magically
it
in them?
already? If this trading company was started, clearly you had to go
I
to the
do
castle.
indeed.
For
That's my
your
contract.
on this.
I meant for her contract specifically.
Yeah, yeah. I've got the contract here. Would you like to see it?
Send it to the prince, make copies, send it over.
Right. Very well. I'll do that. That's all I have to say.
Lieutenant?
Okay.
Good to see you.
Oh,
Next up, Red Gen.
Yes.
Yesterday, they were seen outside of the kingdom.
Again?
Did you or Nalu talk to them yesterday?
No, we didn't
Ugh.
talk to them. We chased after them and they shot
Okay.
at us.
Okay, I believe there is one captured.
There is one captured. Nalu is doing their work.
Right, Nalu is on it. Okay, so we just have to wait for Nalu's update. I am not letting it slide, obviously. What they did to our kingdom. And
Damn
I wanted
straight.
to bring up the option of going to the guild. We have a location from the Birdman, generalized area. He could probably lead us back to it, of a Red Gen outpost.
Right now we'll be
wanted to
taken
know-
up by Green Hope. Well, Greenport. Especially all of us going
Yes, that's the next topic I'm going on. But yes.
in. If there is a confirmed outpost, then we'll make another bounty for it. These are bandits
What do you want the
alongside
retrieval to be?
terrorists. Retrieval, information gathering, prisoners alive, eradication if they have to. I want as
Alright,
much information as I can so we can put a bonus in for that. But I also need them off our land. Yes, Finbar?
Agreed.
Yes, I too been doing some map working to figure out where the Red Gen outposts after that incident a couple of days ago, and I'm trying to resolve it as soon as possible. I already mentioned it to you, but I didn't mention the rest of you. I'm gonna try and figure out where those fake poachers come from, so as you see, I'm trying to help the bird fellow out, and so...
Well, keep working with him. He's bound to give you the leads you need.
Oh, good, excellent. Thank you. That makes my job far easier. Anyways,
Well, if
carry
he
on.
was kidnapped by him, he knows more. Probably some names,
He
if
does.
not
Yes.
more
He
what they were
must.
talking about.
Continuing on, the Greenport mission. That's going to be part of the mercenaries group and the guilds, whatever guilds are able, but any able bodies are able to go. I cannot afford to have all of my guard gone. But if you must, I am able to let somebody go to support them.
I would like to volunteer for this mission. I have friends going on that, and I wish to see them safe.
Already put it in with the captain there. I've volunteered my services to make sure everything goes well.
Me as well.
As much I would like to help, I've got some work to, etc., etc.
And the captain will need to stay behind to keep things in order.
It seems
Y'all
that
much
this
more
portion
suited
already
than I
going
am.
out. I'll remain here
All of you
while the
guys
others
will-
already make their way.
All of you guys will hear this voice come from him, obviously. the wrong thing. Hold on.
Yap, 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 yap.
I will be staying behind with the captain.
Very fair, Mr. Grimm.
Obviously.
Stand the lieutenant.
Moving on. We have, as much as these things are terrible and big, we have bigger problems than this. I'm going to ask you all if anyone here knows about the man in the moon.
Man in the moon?
So what's bringing this topic up?
I have ideas, and I need us to all be on the same page because we are not prepared. And I have no idea when it's going to happen.
Nobody does. We gotta
But we
play the
could.
problems laid out before us. We don't even know how to
We
prep for
could.
this.
I have ideas.
Elaborate.
Let me explain what it is first to the ones who don't know.
That's what elaborate is.
Long ago, I'm not going to go into details. Don't ask me for details. You can go to someone else for that. There was a realm of the Twilights. Something had happened, another thing happened, and the leader of that realm, King Cosmos, came back to attack Avalon and Glenda per revenge. This is me going very simply. She then made a curse, banishment, whatever it was, and as I quote, King Cosmos of the Twilight Realm, I, known as Glenda the Archfey of Avalonia, its immortal queen, Gwendolyn Goodwin, demigod of peace, death, banish you to be sealed into the moon until our multi-realms, as we know them to be, fundamentally change forever. With these new people coming in from different realms, the metaverse, this anywhere, every single one could break that seal at any moment. And I know we are not prepared for it. Because when he breaks out, he will be angry. And he will target us. Guaranteed.
Oh, my ancestors, this is not good at all.
Well, then we need to bolster the defenses.
You need more
We're
than
gonna need
that.
to go out
We
and
need
collect any
information.
stuff of power. Sounds like we're set
There
up
are
for a
two
whole
things I
war.
want to check. Two things that are the core to all of this. The way portals and the world tree. Now, obviously, we're not allowed to go to the world tree because the Conclave owns it, basically. We're going to work with the Conclave to check up on a health checkup on the world tree. It's entirely possible, and I don't see why they wouldn't agree to it. Nalu can't do it because she will make everyone else angry in the Conclave. And I don't think any of our mages here are strong enough to mess with it and not break something.
The very few we have.
So that is the world tree.
That's a good bet.
So we have to wait on that, but the other one is the way portals. Now, I have a theory. I know that Nalu and the people of this realm have looked into the way portals to see what is wrong with them, what is causing them to allow these people to come through, and they cannot find it. So I was wondering if someone not of this realm were to look into it, what could they find?
Well,
I have a strategy, but I'm not obviously going to do it without planning ahead of time and everybody's okay with it. Because that is... Best case scenario, we find out how much time we have. Worst case scenario, something comes through. Maybe.
Wonderful.
It's territory that we don't know of, and we know that the Eldritch entities are originating from the way portals. I have a plan, an idea. Nothing anytime soon. Just sometime in the near future so that we can hopefully get a generalized time frame on how much, or hell, we could even stop it possibly, if we can find out what's wrong with them. Do you think this is done?
I'd say it's a start.
No. It is.
Say it's like you said. It's
halfway?
gonna take some time.
It is. Best case scenario, nothing happens. And we'll just be in the loss.
Whatever
As
the
long as
cases be of the scenarios, you still gotta go with the further research on this and see if it's even possible. So, for that time being, we'll wait on that while we take care of the plethora of other things going on.
Do we even have an outworlder under our payroll that is proficient in such
Me.
things?
I'll have to ask around.
Proficient.
I know majority of us are
Me.
probably out of world.
You?
Hmm.
My idea is to go and investigate it myself.
Not alone, of course, right?
Ladyship.
No. Fable has said he is from the World Tree. I'd like him to come with. Apart from that, I'd like my frontliners somewhere in between the walls of the kingdom and the way portal, because I'd do the big one. Outside. Farthest away
You
from the
mean
kingdom.
he's from the World Tree? I thought you didn't know where you
Came from
were.
a tree, didn't you?
Yes. Big tree.
So the big tree is the World Tree? Is this all assumption?
Possibly.
It is the world tree. It is the tree that connects all. It is the tree that connects the realms and everything of sorts.
Possibly. Alright,
He
princess.
does bear a striking resemblance to the tree. Or here in Avalonia, at least.
Either way,
I'm
I'm
trying
still
to say
talking
it.
hypotheticals, obviously to iron out so that everyone is okay with it. But my idea is to set up frontliners in between the front gate and the way portal. If something were to go on, we would hold our position, evacuate back to the keep, while the remaining guard help evacuate the citizens.
Well, if
If something
it's gonna
were to
get
go
that bad, we need a whole plan for that. So let's hold off.
wrong. I understand.
Get your research in. See if we can't bolster our forces, because who knows what's gonna fall through there. Yes, Fable?
I understand.
One of the other reasons why I've been brought up, and in relation to tree, is that I closed portals and also can reopen them. I did as such in the Queen's chambers. She
Good.
had portal
During the raid?
and yes,
Yes, during the
and
raid.
so the portal that was opened, I sealed it shut and never can be opened again.
And the cards were
My
torn
point
apart.
being is I don't want us to forget this.
I don't think we are. I think this is all on the front line of this table. We got aberrations trying to kill us. Some ancient prophecy being fulfilled. Horribly so. And people's lives on the line. Also, a wizard that seems to be pretty involved with it all because he made a deal with these things. All in all, we gotta bolster our defenses. Avalon cannot be attacked again. Not like it was.
I have very high suspicion to see that Bartley may be at the Greenport.
If I
Why
can
is
be
that?
so bold.
Why else are there eldritch entities there?
Let's
Man, I
put
do know
reports in
Bartley
that
has
they've
a
been
lot of
around.
fans, that's for sure.
And it's getting worse, like you said, through the way gates. But if he is there, then we have to correct our mistake. Banishment was too lenient. We have to deal with the problem.
What are you saying,
no.
Vic?
Have you spoken with the
Bartley
queen
made a
about
deal
this?
with these things. Already have. She knows what we'll have to do.
What she wants?
She told me to take care of it. She's letting me do my job. It's what I do.
Understood.
Banishment was unfolded. People's lives are on the line. It's still within our kingdom. Its lands, neighbors. The place is gonna be wiped out. If Bartley is at hand with this, it's because he took his cuffs off. Maybe he needed to defend himself, sure, but that was our mistake on even letting him go and banishing him instead of locking him up and keeping him from being any more of a problem. Whatever his dementia may be, he was a man that made a deal with these creatures. That's not a good man. We cannot afford any more lives lost, let alone these things having a way gate in straight into our borders. If he's the cause, we cut it out. Then we figure out the way gates. Especially the necromancer, who's in line with these. And also of the same, well, I think you've already seen her skin
agree.
color. Yes, Fable.
Yes, I see that.
Creatures from beyond normal.
In terms Eldritch.
They are beyond tree. So much so that it is easy to feel in my regards. Best way I can explain it is like a book out of the shelf. It's obviously out of place. But things from outside cannot get in if someone did not, poke or pull them off the shelf or put them on the shelf, per se. So you are correct, but they're not just here, they're being brought here.
Yeah. Bartley is one of those conduits.
We think, at least.
They can go
It's
through
fairly
glass.
obvious.
They're going after him. They can track him.
If they have been around before, that means someone else is before him.
Yeah, the necromancer, like I said. Both way gates to this. She brought him here first, before even Bartley started acting up. But afterwards, him seeing those crazy things, whatever symbols he might have wrote in his book alongside seeing more, they started jumping through the glass. We saw the husks. We fought them in Farrowdown. We both know the necromancer holds one of those eldritch beings by her side. And we know that
Message
there's
to the
smaller
Avalon
variants.
Guard. This is Nalu. My homunculus experiment was a success in its prototype stages.
Homunculus experiment?
I made Shavar a body. If he causes any problems, tell me. I'll discipline him.
Noted. In the middle of a meeting. We'll keep that updated.
Understood.
Does anyone
Apologies.
have anything to say?
Is there really nothing else we can do about Bartley?
I've made a mistake even tolerating what he's been doing. Banishment just seemed like a headache to finally leave us alone. But now it's coming to regret. Whole port's in danger. Should have just kept him here
That is
locked
if
up.
he's behind it.
Didn't you just assume that he was? Didn't you?
I am.
High regard in it.
She
Either
also
way,
is not.
If he is
she is
there, like I
also-
said, that's the whole point of this. We can't hold these problems anymore. Necromancer, Bartley, whatever it may be.
On the matter of fighting these creatures, I'd like to ask for any way to counter them. It seems that they're strange in their nature. I have got no information on it.
We barely know anything
cannot
as
look at
is
them.
ourselves. They'll cause
Not even through
madness the more
reflection.
you're exposed to their eyes. What I can say is, I guess their forms are made up of magic, if not the magic that's keeping them here. The arcane blade tore right through them and they definitely felt it. So anti-magic seems to be a way. But if I remember correctly, when we fought them in Farrowdown, when one was supposedly slain, another one erupted, shattered, started multiplying. Not quite sure if we have a possible way of beating these things. That's why this is more of a rescue mission, if anything.
Killing them causes
Limit
tears.
engagement.
Tears how they get here. Using the method.
If that's what it is. These things are designed to be
Civilization.
able to keep on breaking through.
In theory, if you use a hot blade, and you stab and kill it, in this sense, the thing is distorting magic and the symphony, right? Theoretically, when you are distorting that much on something so otherworldly, you are creating opportunity for them. It's both a positive and a negative.
Not quite sure where your theories stand on that, Fable, but it's a possibility. Like I stated, these things are a mystery. All I know is the one with the most eyes, anti-magic definitely made it sting. As for those husks that were breaking through the glass, we barely have any information on them apart from brute force and them multiplying. We haven't tried pure magic on them yet, but I have another doubt that'll even be effective. Aurelius?
Do we know if their site-based whatchamacallit, their malaise works the same way that the pale illness does? Is it looking at them directly, or if we have something covering our vision or obscuring it slightly, we'll
The
be
ones with
fine?
the eyes so far have been the exposure. As for the husks, I was unsure if there was any exposure with it after doing thorough tests on everybody during the attack. No one else was infected. They obviously have no eyes, but I don't know if that means they can't see very well. But we're very much aware of the multi-tendrilled, multi-eyed beast that appears to pop up every now and then. And from our experiences within the mirror, going in to gather information, a part of the tower floor. The mirror. I put in a team together to go investigate into the mirror. To gain information. We have the
I think
location
that's a
of...
terrible idea.
You were aware of this.
I was. I'm just saying.
We gathered the location of the cure. Sadly, it's in Titanus. I want to be very clear with everybody. This is exclusive information here. But this is the future endeavors we'll have to deal with. I have passes that'll get us into Titanus, but that is a whole other job as is. We have the cure for the pale illness. So if we have to be pushing back these enemies, if we get that cure, we won't have to worry about being sick or crazy half the time. But as of right now, they're still only breaking through in small droves. I don't know if we can save the port. We gotta do the best we can to push these things back, see if we can't figure out how to fight them on our own. Some of us know what these things are, at least in new shapes. The one with the tendrils isn't an exclusive. There could be multiple. And there could be even bigger ones.
I'm not trying to tell you this to scare you. I'm telling you this to prepare you.
Fair enough. I dealt with bigger things before, and I'm pretty sure it's inevitable I'm gonna be dealing with even more bigger things.
This is a rescue and information gathering. We need to understand our enemy.
I'm going to be going around Farrowdown and asking able bodies to help.
For the mirror?
No,
No,
for the poor.
that's a much
The
more
mirror is
delicate
off limits.
situation.
Okay.
You
I just
should
needed
not
to
go in the
clarify.
mirror, or anywhere near the
Yes.
mirror.
I don't rightly know what the mirror is.
And it's best it
Just
stays
express
that way for
Very
now.
dangerous.
Fundamentally,
Apologies.
interacting with could tear apart a lot of things.
Along with you mentally, and I see how a victim comes across it. And it did not come well.
The reasoning for the mayor was for the sake of that cure. We got what we needed. No need to
Understood.
go stressing the mirror any further now. We have to deal with with reality and the present.
When it comes
So, moral of
to
the story, don't touch the mirror. Gotcha.
Don't even
Oh,
get
so
me on it.
Fable, how are you so familiar with this mirror?
When I was in the room, it was explained to me by the Queen.
Fair enough. She does been telling you a lot as of recent.
Yes, because it was dangerous, and I was clearing everything. And I also saw yourself and others going into that area, and so I informed her as such. She was aware. She said that it was okay, as long as no one got in it.
I wanted to be clear,
I want-
permissions were given. This was a watched effort. Now, does anybody else have any more questions on the situation at hand? Yes,
sorry, I know I'm new.
that's fine.
Nevermore. You seem fairly competent from what's been explained to me. Have you had any experiences with these creatures?
The ones at the port. I've had run-ins, but only of relatively recent. Within my stay in Avalon, have I found myself of any interaction with them. So, I don't think I have anything to offer, unfortunately. Not anything that isn't already known.
Thank you.
I would like to hand the meeting off to Nevermore, because he had some very important information to tell us. Is that correct?
Correct. As was speaking of in for a very short moment, yeah? I assume that we all do understand that of the pale illness.
I do not, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
A dastardly thing. The short of it is, upon gaze into someone's eyes afflicted by it afflicts you. And you may find yourself acting completely out of your character. Of course, there are many more symptoms than that. But that specifically is the most the more notable one. This can prove good or it can prove bad. It all depends on the person. As for why I bring it up, the one that owns the crypt in Farrowdown
Okay.
K. Lord K.
What about him?
He is still afflicted with it.
Hold up right there. I heard reports that he beat the affliction. Are you certain about this?
I am very. Upon that little altercation we had the other day with the Titan's member and Lord K appearing behind him, I was able to make notice of something. Lord K has been, for lack of better words, gaining in a particular hunger that he would have. If it is not made aware to all of you here, Lord K is a vampire. And in that same vein, the last time I saw him, there was a specific scent coming off of him. One that reeked of hunger. That of a potential starvation. And if myself, if Glenda, if you were not there when he appeared, that member of Titans would be dead.
I want to mention this put out to the mayor of Farrowdown. Have him be warned. We're gonna have to keep watch on Lord K.
There's a very specific thing to him. I myself did not find any affliction taking hold when I looked him in the eyes. And I believe that to be for one reason. He has clouded himself in an aura of umbral magics, making it impossible for that affliction to affect anyone else but himself.
That self-containment might be the cause of this. Could have triggered something again. But that was still festering in him. It's been festering in him even more now.
Yes. But there's a clear state that he knows full and well what he's doing. There'd be no reason for him to cast that aura upon
Was it during
himself
the
to
day?
protect others. It was early day, yes.
Vampire, daylight.
He holds a cloud above
No.
himself.
This was not that. This was a protection specifically to that of the pale illness, attempting to hide it, attempting to hide the fact that he's changed, and that his characteristics are off.
This could go with the personality swap.
I
We don't know
question?
what he might be going through his head now. Yes?
if you're saying is what is correct in that nature, and this disease is been how they put it, put in a barrel, right? Doesn't that mean this has technically been fermenting inside of him?
Yes.
If you isolate something and compress it, something worse can happen long term. So do you know if he can be saved?
No, we don't.
I will talk with Glenda about this. She seems to know him better than anyone else. Can figure out what his personality was, and then figure out what it turned into. And handle it from there.
The likelihood of it being something that can be alleviated, fixed, the likelihood of him being someone who can be saved is high. But I'm sure we do not have much but a small window to go within And
The
it's
affliction
unfortunate seeing.
of the pale illness is a 50% chance once you're infected that you can ward it off. We were under the impression that Lord K beat it. But apparently, we've all been duped. The infection did take hold, the personality change drove him to this. It's a complete random thing. He could go mad, he could be completely different, or he could just be plain old silly. This explains why the color changed.
So basically like Bartley to some extent.
Apart from that being dementia, probably Finbar, but we'll have to be looking further into that. Either way, we gotta keep an eye on this.
To warn you all of, I'm unsure if you all know this. Lord Kane, as I said, is a vampire, but not just any. His lifespan. It spans decades. I cannot get a proper read into how old. But within vampires, age does count to strength. Meaning that the older he is, if I interfere correct, there's a likelihood this could be very difficult.
Not as
I
simple
might have
as
somebody I can talk
quarantine.
to if it gets out of hand.
And who might that be?
Father Bob.
Got it.
You were going to say?
Yes, now that this information is on the table, with how dangerous this is, so much so, what says that he does not slip up at some point and then it just... to everyone? It's a general threat to the public, in every way. Like...
That it is.
It's a volatile situation, Fable. The illness doesn't want to spread, it just changes. As long as this umbral cage holds, we're safe from further infection. As for what's going on with his personality, that's the fucking play of the game, sadly. If that does end up happening, we'll have to band together to, well, deal with the Lord.
I will speak with the Queen. We'll get more information from her and then go from there.
I can assure of one word that it's abruptly breaking this cage and affecting a wider span is not as likely as we think, unless someone is to tamper with him. In which, as it stands now,
Should he do
him-
something, we will fight him for it. And he will be
Let's
punished.
try not to provoke him
and
for
you
the time being.
do
Obviously
need...
not. This is if he did something.
I am saying that as of the time being, as long as no one tampers with him or this field, he will more than likely
Do
keep
not plan on
up the facade that he has had.
So, okay. I understand from all sides and perspectives, and so I need to say, because it is something to think about, which is we deal with lots of outsiders. What says an outsider doesn't do something, and costs.
I have stated several times we have to keep our eyes on the situation. That means babysitting.
I understand, but with previous statements that are what we work and do and how much stuff that we put our hands into and how many things overlap.
Yes, Fable, it's called the odds being against us.
I am saying that in this circumstance, the only one who really can make the call in the end of the day is the Queen. Because, well, this is a threat to everyone, and from what has been explained to me about this disease from you, the Queen herself, and others,
The Queen
having
has put
anyone.
her trust within the captain of the guard.
We'll wait for Meteor to speak with their mother, like they stated. We just gotta keep an eye on the situation until we can get that meeting. Her Majesty's busy, quite busy, if not for her health, by whatever diplomat or politics come by for a visit.
You raised your hand.
Hi. I would make a suggestion if you would hear. It's a relatively simple one. This is not related to the Lord K situation. It's my business to figure out how to deal with a noble, a lord. I would suggest for further notice, probably a good idea to have the guard wearing something to obscure their vision, if only just. Minimize the chance of attracting the pale illness. Hell, might even be a good thing to bring that onto the mission. Don't know, that might help us with the madness-inducing problems of the Eldritch.
I've already recommended bringing those masks, but yes, we can start issuing out the plague masks for us to have on our belts if we find ourselves in a scenario of there being a pale illness in the area.
Any form of mask that makes it to where you are not fully seeing something completely of your own will help. Glasses as well will assist.
Reflections.
Even a thin piece
You
of
cannot
cloth.
do reflections.
That's what
As
I
long as it's
used.
not pure
It
sight.
worked.
Say your eyes were blurry,
Interesting.
and you're still looking at them, you should be safe.
If that is all, nevermore. We have things to do.
Notice.
Then I call this meeting adjourned.
I really hope Farrowdown's not on fire.
It probably is.
I'm on way to find out.
If it is, we'll deal with it.
One foot in front of the other. All right, everybody. Let's get to the way portals.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
Silly cards down. We can just go.
Hello, everybody.
God, that confused the fuck out of me. That confused me so bad.